Hi, Anne-Marie. This is really going to be a practice in mindfulness tonight. Let's see if anyone else notices. Maybe not. I'm not saying anything. Hi, Reese. Welcome. Hi, Zane. Welcome. Hi, Barbara. Welcome. Hi, Anthony. Hi, Anne. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know you're all busting. I don't know why. Today is Silly Sunday. You can see why. And this is going to be a real practice in mindfulness tonight. See if you can keep it together. Hi, Sylvia. Welcome. Narelle's here too. Fantastic. Welcome, welcome. And Barb's here as well. Welcome. It's a good look. Thanks. Hi, Wayne. Welcome. Alrighty. Let's get started. So good evening, everybody. Can you give me a thumbs up that you can hear me clearly? Excellent. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm Josie Thomson, and I'll be your facilitator this evening for Silly Sunday's mindfulness meditation practice. So let's smile and be happy to be connecting together right here tonight. I want to really acknowledge all of you for making this time to be here tonight. I promised you a little treat, and here it is. So give yourself permission now to place your busy weekend and week to one side and make this time for you to just wind down, have a bit of a break, smile, and cultivate some calm and ease into your evening. Now, did you know that just 20 minutes of meditation a day actually protects your immunity, reduces anxiety, improves sleep, and supports feelings of calm, even in stressful situations? It's actually one of the best tools that we have to protect our own well-being as we navigate this challenging time. Now, these sessions will be recorded and you will have access to these recordings. I'm probably going to regret that one day. So you'll be able to replay these sessions at any time. Now, your video is defaulted on so that I can supervise our practice, and you're also on mute to minimize any background noise. If you have any questions or comments throughout the practice, just click on the little chat icon at the bottom of your screen. A window will pop up and you can just tap in your questions there, and I'll stay on after our practice to answer any of those questions you might have. Now, these guided sessions are my gift to you. I've been trained in not clown school, but in neuroscience, in mindfulness coaching, and also more recently in workplace mindfulness facilitation. I've had my own mindfulness and meditation practice for almost 20 years, and I've benefited firsthand of the benefits of, someone's not on mute, so I will just put your mic on mute. There we go. So I know firsthand how amazing meditation practice can be for improving health and for assisting us through some challenging emotions like anxiety or stress, even panic and fear. And I'd really love that by the end of this month, you cultivate your own practice. Now, this practice is designed to create discipline for your mind and attention. And tonight's going to be extra difficult. But it's a bit like a mental push-up. You know, it might sound pretty simple and straightforward to do, but it does take some practice before it feels easy. So please go lightly on yourself. Just be patient, be kind, and be gentle, and just decide to give it a crack. Now, these sessions are also designed to help you consolidate an inner reserve of stillness, calm, and peace, so that you can navigate these challenging times. Now, this is a space for us to connect, reflect, and reset from our busy lives and ease into the evening, and hopefully even get some better sleep as well. Now, it's only 30 minutes. You don't need to do anything other than to manage your environment, look after any distractions that might occur. And if you do have a mobile phone, if you could turn it on off or silent and pop it out of view so that you're not distracted during the practice. I've sent you a fairly detailed email with all the information about these sessions because I really want you to feel safe and comfortable to just give them a go. There's no previous experience required, and you don't have to wear yoga pants. So to get the most out of these sessions, I remind you of the 4 attitudes. The first one is to have no expectation of yourself or the practice. Don't expect to be having a blank mind or to be floating away in some blissful cloud. When you have no expectations, you will not be disappointed. So just be open. The second attitude is to have no judgment, again, of yourself, whether you're doing it right, whether it feels right. Have no judgment whatsoever, and that way you'll have less frustration with the practice. The third attitude is just try to be an observer. So gently witness what's going on in your inner world. Whoops, there's a siren going on in the background. Let's just let that pass. So I want you to observe your thoughts, your emotions, and just let them pass. Just have a sense of openness, compassion, and curiosity about them. Note them, don't stick to them, and then just bring your focus back to your breath. And then the last attitude is around having what's called a beginner's mind. So approach each of these sessions with an openness. Try not to recreate a previous experience, and enter as if it's the first time ever. Now, the goal of the practice is not to empty your mind. The goal is to train and tame your attention and your concentration. So let's just be open and allow ourselves to enjoy this short practice together. Now, tonight's practice is going to help create a point of centered focus for your attention and concentration. And it's also a way of having you realize that your inner world actually belongs to you, that you are the narrator and the author of your experience, but we're sometimes not aware of that. Now, this practice also assists in terms of connecting with that inner loving voice, or what I call the voice of the wise advocate, that is always available to us if only we would seek it out and give it attention. And so I'm going to show you how to do that tonight. So for tonight's practice, the awareness of the feeling of the movement of the air, right, at your nostrils is where I really want you to put your attention. And that's the important core part of the practice tonight. And it's all about training our awareness and improving our ability to focus our attention back to the breath when our mind wanders. But before we begin, I actually want to talk briefly about the wandering mind and about the sensation of bringing your attention back to your breath. So when you're focusing on your breath tonight, especially for this practice, there's a particular count I want you to have in mind. And I'm going to say it out loud a few times, and then we'll go into our own practice. But the way it's going to work is we're going to breathe in, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 1. Then breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 2. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 3. And then breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the mind does tend to wander. So you'll start thinking about a variety of things, and all you have to do is realize that you're distracted. And then you'll probably go, oh my goodness, what am I thinking about? All I want you to do is bring your attention back to your breath. And back to the count can really help as well. So it might seem like you're not doing anything, but it's actually a very, very active process. It's almost like when you're driving a car, and sometimes we can absentmindedly drift off into the other lane. So we have to bring it back on track into this lane. So you become aware that your mind is wandering. You focus on the lane that you should be in, and you put both your hands on the wheel and you direct it back into this lane, or otherwise this brain, right? So that the car or your mind changes its direction. So there's actually a lot going on. So redirecting your attention this way is actually a very powerful and mindful action. And as you'll see, it's one of the most effective ways to learn inhibitory control, which is a major aspect of truly leading your life instead of your reactive brain taking over. Now, in a very real sense, every time you refocus your attention back to your breath, you are actually training yourself to take charge of your life experience and connect with that voice of your inner loving guide, your wise advocate. And you become the boss of your life. And that's what I want for you. So I'll lead us now in tonight's mindfulness meditation practice, and then we'll ponder today's reflection question, which is, what can you appreciate and acknowledge yourself for? So if at any time during the meditation it feels uncomfortable, just open your eyes and keep your gaze down in front of you. So let's begin. So what I'd like to do is roll your shoulders back, slowly lift them up, and drop and release any tension from your neck and shoulders. And let's do that again and see if we can drop a little further. So roll your shoulders backwards, lift them up, and then drop and release. Excellent. So sitting tall with both feet grounded on the ground and your hands resting gently on your lap. Imagine a string pulling up from the base of your spine all the way up to the top of your head. Sitting tall helps us to create more space in our abdomen so that we can breathe easier, and it keeps us awake so we don't fall asleep. I invite you now to gently close down your eyes if that's comfortable for you, or simply have a soft downward gaze in front of you. And let's start to bring our attention inwards as we gently breathe in deep and breathe out long. Breathe in deep and breathe out long. Let your body be heavy and give yourself permission to let go of your busy day just for the next little while and be present right here together right now. Your breath is natural, breathing through your nose. Breathe in deep and breathe out long. Breathe in calm and breathe out peace. Notice a real sense of letting go. And as we begin, remember we have no expectations, no judgments, just simple observation. Breathe. Now your body is relaxed, your mind is alert, and your breath is natural. You're breathing through your nose, and you'll hear me suggest that on the in-breath, we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 1, and on the out-breath, we'll count 1, 2, 3, 2. On the next in-breath, 1, 2, 3, 3, and the out-breath, 1, 2, 3, 4. When you become aware that your mind is wandering, please don't worry. Don't think that you're doing it wrong or that you're not good at this. Just remember that it's part of the process of learning to tame your attention and take charge of your inner world. And you simply come back to my voice, back to your breath, and start counting again. So let's begin. Place your full attention on the feeling of the movement of the air as it comes into and out of your nostrils. Let's breathe in deep. Breathe out long. Breathe in calm. And breathe out peace. I'll start counting just a few times, and then we'll continue together in silence. And I'll let you know when the time's up in about 5 minutes. Remember, have no expectations and no judgment. Just observe and try and keep your focus on your breath and on the count if that helps you. So let's begin breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 1. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 2. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 3. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 1. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 2. Breathing in 1, 2, 3, 3. Breathing out 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's continue in silence together just for say 2 minutes to start. And remember, when your mind wanders, just gently bring it back to the breath. So let's breathe. take 2 more deep, slow breaths. And the count again. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 1. And out. 1, 2, 3, 2. In. 1, 2, 3, 3. And out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for a moment and just check in. Notice how your body's feeling. What do you notice about your feet? Just observe. Is there any sensations? Draw your attention up your legs. Notice what your legs feel like at this time. Continue to breathe deep and slow. Bring your attention now to your sit bones and your lower back. Notice how your body's feeling, supported by the chair. Bring your attention now to your middle back and your abdomen. Notice the rise and fall of your abdomen as you take long, deep, easy breaths. Bring your attention now to your upper back and your chest area. Notice the slight rise and fall of your chest as you breathe deep and easy. Notice your shoulders as they release and drop, and you draw your attention down your arms into your hands. Breathe. Bring your attention now up to your neck. See if there's anything that you notice there. You might feel the sensation of the breath as it travels up and down through the body, through your neck. Now bring your attention to your jaw. To make sure your teeth are separated. Relax your jaw. Relax your face. Relax your eyebrows and your forehead. Relax your head and breathe. Now, taking your full next breath, notice the air as it enters your nostrils. And notice the air as it exits your nose. Let's breathe in deep. And breathe out long. Let's breathe in calm. And breathe out peace. Now, let's take the time to slowly end our breath awareness exercise. Bring awareness back to this form. Begin to move your feet, feeling the contact of your feet on the floor. Move your fingers and your hands. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. There you are. Take a minute to reflect on this practice and just check in with yourself. How's your body feeling? How are you feeling? What do you notice about your own inner voice? Let me invite any comments or thoughts that you have in the chat section. And remember, there is no right or wrong answers, just observations. Some of you are trying not to laugh. That's okay. So Amy is feeling centered. Thank you, Amy. Christine's feeling light and weightless. Beautiful. Wayne's feeling steady. Thank you. Sylvia's feeling calm. Relaxed. Peaceful for Anne. Steady for Anne-Marie. Relaxed for Peter. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Peaceful from Leanne. I notice I want to be kind to myself. How lovely. Joanne is floating. Great. Thank you for sharing. That breath awareness exercise, it looks really, really simple, deceivingly simple. It gives you two options to really bring calm to your whole nervous system and your mind and body. And the two options are to bring your awareness to the breath and this spot exactly here where you notice the breath coming in and out of the body, but also the number count. And so what it does, it really brings the focus, your attention into the breath, into the counting. And so together those two forces can really anchor in and center your concentration, which brings that discipline and that calmness to the fore. So let's reflect on tonight's reflection question, which is, what can you appreciate and acknowledge yourself for? So just take a moment to tune in. What would that kind little voice say to you? What would you like to acknowledge yourself for right now? So Barbara says willingness. Well, actually, it's moving too fast. Giving myself me time. Yeah, me too. Thanks, Barbara. Peter says willingness to engage and taking the time to be kind to myself. Amy, my supportive nature. Wayne, growing self-awareness. Reese, spending the last week doing good for others. Lovely. Christine, have a lot of compassion for others and I'm learning to do that for myself. And Sylvia, trying to be active at home. Anthony, for taking time for me and striving to be the best me I can be. Beautiful, thank you. And Marie, my ability to empathize with others. Fantastic. And as we start to give it, you can't give something you don't know. You can't give something you don't have to give. So it's beautiful that I'm seeing you actually starting to give, which is always the easiest part, but learning to then give it to yourself is the key. So thank you so much for sharing tonight's practice together. I hope you've enjoyed this mindfulness meditation session, and this, I hope, wasn't too distracting for you. I did it intentionally because I wanted to add a bit of spice and to show you that, you know, in order to not focus on the visual, you really have to tune into yourself. And I wanted to bring some lightness to the practice. It sometimes can get a bit too serious. So thank you for being here. Thank you for persisting. Thank you for having a go. As you know, I'm providing these free online sessions every evening and also at lunchtimes. So feel free to join me again tomorrow. Invite a friend, the more the merrier. I look forward to connecting with you again, same time, same place. I'll answer any questions or comments that you have in the chat box. And remember, if you need to leave right now, I'm going to turn the recording off. But remember to look up, smile, reset, and count your blessings, not your problems. And let's hold each other in our hearts. And may you be safe, may you be calm, and may you be well. So good night for those who need to leave straight away. Lovely to see you. I'll stop the recording.